Yes, it's come to this. Possibly out of the Premier League title race, dumped out of the FA and League Cup, and currently sitting out of the top 6 in the Premier League standing, Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool is in a serious crisis. From a team that was fighting for a quadruple last season, everyone, including fans and pundits, have been left baffled by the club's dramatic fall-off this season. The team has looked disjointed for much of the season, with below-par performances week in, week out, and time is fast running out to salvage the campaign. You get the feeling that the hangover from winning nearly everything last season, instead only winning the 2 domestic cups, has somehow affected them and perhaps led to the patchy campaign they are having. Brings us to the main question: who's to blame for Liverpool's tailspin? The owners? Jurgen Klopp the Manager? Or the players? Can we throw around some names or theories like Sadio Mane's departure or Mohamed Salah's huge contract? How about Jurgen Klopp's stubbornness or even Sergio Ramos? He tried to kill Salah once. He is always to blame for some reason. On the real though, everything seems wrong at the Merseyside club, and no one, least of all Klopp, seems to have any idea how to turn this around. The German tactician is perhaps the best thing to have happened to the club in recent seasons. His arrival changed everything and made the Kops dream again. He managed to take them back to the top of both domestic and European football, but everything seems to be falling apart, coincidentally on his 7th season in charge. Ever heard of Klopp's 7th season curse? No? Okay, don't forget to check our video on this. Back to the club's struggles. The recent 3-0 loss away to the Wolves saw the Reds hit a new low. It was the 3rd consecutive away loss since 2012. Liverpool were outplayed from the first whistle to the last. But again, who should take the fall? A section of the fans, and even media, are pointing accusing fingers at the coach. Many believe that Klopp's football is almost unsustainable for long because of its intensity, and that chasing Man City over the past couple of seasons has taken a toll on their performance. But we think the German tactician is not to blame. He has done it at the highest level for the past 6 years. He can be stubborn at times, yes, but he hasn't changed his philosophy or overall as a manager. Yes, the insistence of playing the same and clearly tired midfield has proven costly, but he could be against the wall with little or no option. The issue at the club is more of a bigger picture, a squad situation, a combination of factors. For instance, a midfield that needs a complete rebuild, and this is where the top management come in. Liverpool's obvious struggles in midfield can be seen even from the moon. Fabinho is a shadow of himself. Thiago Alcantara has spent more time in the team's hospital bed than the pitch. Jordan Henderson has looked labored on and off the ball for quite a while. James Milner? Oh, he still is here. Forget about him. Everyone can see the struggles apart from Fenway Sports Group. The owners have failed to invest in the squad, leaving Klopp and the team stuck in transition. Liverpool's rivals, for instance, have spent millions of pounds on a clear rebuilding strategy, the same backing Klopp would be expecting from FSG, which has not been forthcoming. The current owners are looking to sell the club, and for this reason, it does not seem they are ready or motivated for a big refresh, a big reinvestment. Former Liverpool defender Jamie Carragher, despite being critical of FSG in the past, seems to disagree, and instead lays the blame squarely on the recruitment team. So what's the role of the recruitment team? Over the last few seasons, the team has been credited with Liverpool's success, both at home and in Europe, bringing in not only big names, but also players that fit in with Klopp's system. So what has changed in the last year or so? First, Michael Edwards left as sporting director, and this clearly changed everything. It has since affected the quality of signings the Reds have made in recent windows. A classic example is Liverpool's current struggles in midfield. While in dire need of some extra quality and legs in midfield, Liverpool have gone all out and spent massively on forwards instead, forwards who have clearly underperformed. There was a chance to sign a midfielder in the summer, and the club pursued Aurélien Tchouaméni, but the Frenchman had his eyes only set on a move to Real Madrid, a move that eventually materialized. And what with the club going for Cody Gakpo when they could have signed a midfielder instead? Jude Bellingham has been mentioned as a possible target for Liverpool, but he remains just that, a target. The youngster will not come cheap, and that takes us back to FSG's willingness to spend big. For instance, the club splashed out around £170 million in the summer of 2018, the only time they reached a 9-figure expenditure in a single window under Klopp, meaning it will take a sharp change of course to get big money moves done. Interestingly, FSG blames injuries for Liverpool's struggles this season. The group, led by John Henry, has been scouting for new investors, or the possibility of selling the club altogether. This, we think, could prove a a step in the right direction. Maybe then, the club will be able to make the signings that would see them compete with the Premier League's top clubs and Europe's elite. So, can we all agree that Klopp or Salah or anybody else in the team is not entirely to blame for Liverpool's struggles this season? That it's a bigger situation, and if there was anybody to blame, it would be FSG and the recruitment team? Let us know in the comments section below who you think is to blame for the mess at Anfield this season.